Hey guys, Kaz here, and today is the first day of the month, but it's also the first Monday of the month, so that means it's Media Monday time. This is a series where I just talk about stuff that's not books, stuff that I've done, seen, watched, been to, all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's just kick straight in. The first thing I need to talk about, obviously, Young Royals, the last season. Incredible, great, perfect, loved it, amazing, I cried. Yes. If you somehow don't know what Young Royals is about, it is about the Crown Prince of Sweden, and he gets in a fight, so he has to go to this boarding school, and there he falls in love with this poor kid who has a scholarship there, and it's just perfection. It's just so good. I'm sure you have heard of it because it's quite popular. But yes, the last season came out in March. They even did the thing, which doesn't happen very often nowadays, but where the first 5 episodes came out and then a week later the finale came out, so we actually had to wait for it, but it was so good. And also they did a little like documentary thing, Young Royals Forever, which was like an hour long behind the scenes going through all of season 3 with the characters, well, not the characters, with the actors and the directors, the writers and all that. And I also watched that, and it was also very, very good. And it also made me cry. Watching them read the finale, crying, you can just see how much it means to them as well. So yeah, amazing. Go watch it if you somehow haven't already. Another thing I watched towards the end of the month was season 4, I believe, of Unforgotten. I had a look on IMDb. I think there is 5 seasons out at the moment, but it's probably airing on like BBC or ITV or somewhere. But season 4 came onto Netflix, so I watched it. And it was really good. The ending, I did feel like they kind of like purposefully made it a certain way. A little bit of a cliche and a little bit like forced the emotions, but I did still enjoy it. This is a TV show about detectives and it's like cold case crimes, but each series is like, I want to say 6 episodes. Most British TV shows are quite short. 5 or 6 episodes, and throughout one season you follow in one case. So obviously the first episode they find the body, it's from however many years ago because it's a cold case, and you follow the detectives, but you also follow all the people grown up that would have been part of this case. And as the season goes on, you like figure out how and why, how they're integrated in the case, what's occurring. One or more of these people would have been the person that did the murder, and it's really good. So yeah, got that one watched. And the last thing of note, I have a goal this year to watch at least 1 movie a month, specifically because in my journal I have a movie page and I want to be able to actually fill it with some movies. So on the last day of the month, because I hadn't watched one already, I watched Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. This, well, it's sort of advertised as a comedy, horror, dark. It was alright. I'd probably give it like 3 out of 5. I feel like I heard good things about it and then I watched it and then it just wasn't as good as I was expecting. It was alright. I enjoyed it. It's a bunch of friends in a house in a storm and then people start dying, basically. And yeah, it was alright. It was quite slow to start and then I didn't really feel any of the comedy aspects. It was fine. I watched it. There you go. That's my thoughts, that's my feelings. It was alright. So in March I ended up doing 1 escape room. I know, only 1, how rude. This one was really good though. It was the Assassin's Hideaway and it was at Deliverance in Lincoln, which, side note, is one of my favourite escape rooms that I've ever been to. Not specifically this escape room, but like this company, this place is one of my favourites. So if you're in Lincoln, they have loads of different escape rooms in Lincoln. I've been to at least 3 different venues that have them. But Deliverance, just their rooms are just so immersive, so well presented, so full of stuff. Just perfect. So in the past we've done Martha and Cabin in the Woods there, both of them absolutely incredible. And this time it was the Assassin's Hideaway, and again, brilliant. In this one, you were like police people and you were going to the hideaway and you're trying to get evidence and figure out what's occurring, and it was really good. we've only got one more at this place. It's quite small, so it's only got 4 escape rooms, and I'm kind of sad that we've only got one more to do, a bank heist one. Well, I've never done a bank heist one, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but then we'll have to tell them, like, go and buy another building and make some more because it's really good. So yeah, if you're ever in Lincoln, go to Deliverance escape rooms. It's perfect. We're about halfway through, so let's head on over to a message from one of the spawns, and then I'll be back with the rest of the things. So in March I photographed 2 gigs. The first one was Twin Atlantic. There was a support band who I cannot remember the name of, but my train was delayed a little bit, so I got there and missed like the period of time that I could photograph them, so I can't put any pictures up here, so it doesn't even matter what they were called. They were alright, they played music. Wait, what were they called? The something boards. They had a name, and they were like indie. It was alright. But yeah, and then Twin Atlantic, very much enjoyed. I have been a fan of Twin Atlantic for many years, so it was nice to see them again. I haven't seen them for quite a few years. I'll be putting some pictures here. There's probably already pictures there that's occurring. This was at Rescue Rooms in Nottingham, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a fun time. Twin Atlantic are fun. If you've never heard of Twin Atlantic, they're extremely Scottish. Like, if you want to listen to a band that sounds Scottish, go and listen to Twin Atlantic because they're very good. And then the other gig was Born of Osiris. So this one had 4 bands on. The first band, I'm going to have to pick this up because I can't remember what they were called. I also don't know how to pronounce this. So they were either called Crown Magnator or Crown Magnata. Something like that. But that was the first band. They were very heavy. I enjoyed them in a way that, like, to photograph them, they were interesting. And I don't mind listening to that music live, but I wouldn't listen to it myself personally. It was very, like, just extremely heavy music and extremely heavy vocals, and I like cadences. I like stuff going up here, down here, and some pretty stuff, some aggressive stuff, some twinkly guitars, like doodly, and then some chugga chugga. But this was just like chugga 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 chugga, and then also the vocals were chugga 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 chugga. They were good, but not my personal taste to listen to specifically. The second band was Aviana. They were interesting to photograph. It was very smoky. They had a lot of smoke machines, which is not the easiest to photograph because when light catches in smoke, it's like, pow, I'm so bright. But then also it's on a stage where I'm so dark and have hardly any light. So it's kind of hard. It's really dark, and then all of a sudden a light pops out, and then it's like the brightest thing you've ever seen in your world because of all the smoke. But we got there in the end. And the guitarists and stuff had masks on, so that was a pretty interesting, fun shoot, sort of a bit different. And then the main support co-headliners, I don't know, on the pass it said both of them on, so I don't know if they actually were co-headliners or if it was just like a popular main support band, was Attila. I photographed Attila once before, many years ago, what even our years anyway. So I kind of knew what I was getting into there. This one to photograph wasn't the best. I feel like it got worse and worse the lighting did, which is unfortunate because it's annoying. I want to be able to take some good pictures. Give me the good light, you know what I mean? But yeah, Attila, they're a band. They're heavy music, but they're like very tongue-in-cheek, piss-takey. The lyrics are just like, imagine like a rapper talking about bitches and hoes, but screaming it over heavy music. It's like really tongue-in-cheek, stupid. That's the sort of music they play. And then obviously main band was Born of Osiris, and that was the worst lighting, which is annoying because they were the main band, but it was alright. We got a few pictures. We managed a little bit. It was alright. And again, a heavy band. It was a heavy gig. This one was also at Rescue Rooms in Nottingham. And it was a really fun gig because I had a few of my photography friends there, so we were having a bit of a dance in between the bands, and yes, absolutely fun time. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is we went to Nottingham Castle. And I live in Nottinghamshire, and I've been to Nottingham a million times, but I've never been to the castle. And turns out it's like a 5-minute walk from the train station, so I don't know why I've never been there, but it was so fun. And when you pay once, you get a whole year's worth of going there, so I'm definitely going to be going back there many times during the next year. I want to go there and look at the gallery again, maybe even take a sketchbook and have a little sit down and sketch some of the pictures on the wall, because it was just really cool. There was also a play park, and I was with a child, so it wasn't weird, but I did have a lot of fun on the play park. If you've ever been to Nottingham Castle, you will understand. The play park is amazing. I've not been on a slide for like 1,000 years, and slides are amazing. Why aren't there more slides everywhere? The grounds are really nice. I had a wander around. There's a lot that I still didn't even see there, so it's definitely good that you can go back however many times. And I also met a cat. I had a little stroke of a cat, an orange cat, very cute and fluffy. So yeah, all in all, a great time, a great day out. And that is all the things I'm going to be talking about in this video. So let me know down below some of the fun things you got up to in March. Did you see anything like gigs, theatre, comedy, you know? Let me know down there. Did you do anything fun? Did you have a day out? It's really fun to talk about stuff that's other than books. Books are good, but so are other things. So get some convo down there if you want. Like if you want, subscribe if you want, comment if you want, but only if you want. And I'll be back in a few days with another video. Bye.